Hey everyone, good evening. I'm coming on tonight just to talk about something a little bit more serious. I'm in my recovering journey here, my healing journey, and I've gone through quite a lot of dark here, and I'm very lucky to have come through on the lighter side of things now. And tonight I want to talk about narc abuse and. I don't like throwing that word around and out there because everyone's just kind of calling everybody a narc now or this or that. But this video is going to be more for people that are stuck in a relationship or a family dynamic and they're suffering silently. Just as somebody might be silently suffering with alcohol or addictions. That's what my channel's about. So it's anything that I've kind of healed and that I am healing, and if I can shed some light and share the lighter side of things with anyone suffering. So I'm just going to go ahead with that now and take a deep breath and just see what wants to come out here tonight. First off, I want to start off by saying yesterday I was 4 years and 7 months sober, so I'm very grateful for that, and it led me to recall and reflect back on a darker time. Again, I'm a Narc survivor, so again, when we heal, we gain wisdom. And I find that when we gain wisdom, we didn't learn about any narc abuse in school. Nobody knows these things. It's nothing any of us knew about. And when you come out of this narc fog, you're stuck in this narc fog. I've been stuck in it my whole life. And it's very detrimental to your health, to everything. It's a life ruiner, and we need to start knowing what to do and how to go about this. So just starting off, narc abuse is a leading cause of illness and disease. So I lived proof of that, and I'm just after the narc fog, I'm just gaining my energy back still after basically about 4.5 years now of recovery, with booze and addictions, and again now being a narc survivor. So I just want to go into this a bit here and just explain to you that as an empath, I have so much empathy and so much love for everybody, right? And a lot of people take that for granted. And now on my healing journey, I've learned to buckle down and set boundaries. And like the narcs, they don't like that, eh? They don't like that. And a lot of people can't respect you when you have set boundaries, and I don't care. And that's what I'm here to tell people about. It's your life, it's your journey, and we're not fucking here on earth. First swear word. I was going to try not to swear so much this time, but a few F-bombs might come out. We're not here to be living for these people, okay? We're here to embrace joy, love, and happiness, and we're here to be free thinkers and go inside of ourselves and find out who the fuck we are. We're not to be treated as objects, pawns, like like a piece of shit on the bottom of your shoe. If anyone can relate to me, if you felt that you've been treated like that. So I just want to get into this a little bit here. So again, there's like the love bombing stage of what the narcs do, right? So it's like the honeymoon stage, right? Like they're mirroring you, and it's all lovey-dovey, and you literally think you found the man in your dreams, right? You're like, oh my God, this is like, how did this happen to me? I'm such a lucky, special girl. I found the man in my dreams. And it's not the case. It's not the case. Then there's sort of a devaluation period where everything. It's basically like living in hell. It's living in hell, and the last stage is the discard. And so those are kind of the stages. There might be a couple more in there too, but I'm just kind of trying to get this out here, this message across. So yesterday, again, like I said, I was 4 years and 7 months sober yesterday. So that was my last beer, was basically, it was in a domestic. So I'm just gonna tell my story now, and I'm not scared anymore, right? Like I'm not scared of these people. They're empty, they're weak. They need us. They actually fucking need us, and they're basically an empty vessel. They're shallow. They're hollow. They're egotistical, and they're a fucking nightmare to deal with. And again, I'm not scared now because I don't live in fear, and I've done enough healing to know that that I can't be intimidated by these people anymore. After 48 years of dealing with this and suffering immensely, a great deal. So this is kind of where it went, and I'm just gonna tell a little bit of a story. So I was drinking my last beer. So this September 15th, I'm gonna be 5 years sober, and my last beer. I was drinking. I was living with a narcissist here in my apartment, and we'd had some drinks, and my girlfriend left, and he went to bed, and so there was a last beer in the fridge. So I opened her up. Of course, I was an alcoholic, right? I'm an alcoholic, so I opened up the beer, minding my own business, and that person was sleeping, and of course they woke up, and all hell fucking broke loose, man. A real hell that I would never want to experience ever again. And so I'm just going to talk about that. I'm just going to proceed with talking about it. I'm not going to go into like great severe details, but there's a light at the end of the story that I kind of want to get to, and it's about how we're all connected, and it involves homeless people, and kind of how my love for homeless people came about. So drinking the beer, he woke up, and of course, as an alcoholic, I'm sure I was like this many times too, mad if the last beer was drank, right? But domestic broke out, and I was attacked. And I hid in the bathroom for a bit with my dog, and I ended up reaching for the phone. Something I've never done. I've had these altercations with narcissists quite frequently, actually, in my life. It's something that's very dark from my past, that I'm very proud of myself now that I've kind of gotten away from this sort of a lifestyle again. It's very detrimental to your health, and it's very low vibrations. And that's the thing with these types of people. They don't want you to elevate. They don't want you to get better. They actually never thought that you were ever going to grow. They never thought you were going to grow, and they hate it that you are elevating, and that you're onto them. So to make a long story short, I reached for the phone, and it was knocked out of my hand. I dialed 911, and I've never called the cops on anyone before, and I wouldn't hesitate anymore, because when something's that serious and you're being attacked, and people putting their hands on you, no one's allowed to put their hands on me, and that's a straight up fact now, especially being sober. No one will ever put their fucking hands on me ever, and that's something when you come out of the narcissist fog, you learn, you heal, and you become stronger, and you know that these people can't intimidate you anymore. Anyway, so. Of course, I just want to say how it's great to get away from these people, not just because of the disease and illness, but they'll ruin your life. They'll twist things around. They'll do a whole fucking smear campaign on you, and you know what's going on, but you just let it ride out, right? You let that ride out, and of course they've got their flying monkeys involved and everybody. That's a topic for after. So anyway, back to the story. So the phone was knocked out of my hand, and it reversed. So that's what they do, right? So they're the ones attacking and doing all the shady bullshit stuff, but they'll turn that on you. So what ended up happening was, to make a longer story longer, he called on me and reversed everything that had happened and claimed that I did all this stuff. And another thing I want to talk about is suicide here, and it's very serious to the point where I literally, he called on me, and I've never had anyone call the cops on me either, because usually I'm in the good books with stuff. And it was so bad after he called the cops, that I put my leg over the balcony, and I literally was going to commit suicide. And I have to be honest with you, these people don't care. They don't care. They wouldn't care if you died. They'd be like, they'd make up stuff. She was mental, and oh my God, this and that. And they can charm, and they can put on this great show. But you know what's happening right now? A lot of people are fucking waking up, and everyone on this planet, their character's gonna come through. It's gonna come through. Masks are falling off, and everyone's true character is gonna come through. It's just a matter of time. Everyone on the planet, that's what's gonna be happening. So I was gonna jump off my balcony, and so anyway, longer story longer, the cop came, and where I was standing at one point in my kitchen, the cop came in, and he was talking to him where I couldn't see, and who knows what was going on and being said, but of course I was explaining my part, and again, because they don't give any cares or any shits about you, they'll throw you under the bus and make up complete fucking lies about you. Anyway, so I got taken away, and I couldn't believe it, I'm like, and then they do the thing. This is how a narc is, like, oh, please don't handcuff her though. Please let her walk out normally. It's very scary how they can get people on their side and stuff, and being weak and drunk at that point didn't help me at all either, right? But again, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. When you come out of the narc fog, my sobriety gave me everything. If I didn't get sober, I'd still be in the narc fog, and I'd still be in addictions, and who knows, I'd probably be dead at this rate. I had a lot of really bad stuff happen to me, and I'm just going to start coming out and talking about it in hopes that if anyone else is going through this, I can let them know that there is light after the narc fog. There's a lot of healing you have to do. But anyway, so I ended up going. I went to jail for 4 hours. I went to jail for 4 hours, and they sent I don't know what it's called, but two ladies, like a suicide squad, I guess. I'm not sure what they're called, but I made my one phone call, and these ladies were like, do you have anyone you can talk to? Like, do you have any friends? Are you going to be okay? And I was like desperate, like I'm going to kill myself. And I couldn't see any way out of this. I couldn't see any way. And I was, of course, taken back that this had switched, and I'm the one in there. I couldn't believe it. And I don't even really want to go back to that night, but because I can't even believe I got out of it. But I'm just here to tell people, we have the power within ourselves, and we can fucking get out of anything, man, everything and anything. And this is where my strength was greatly tested, and I didn't know how I was going to get through it. 4 hours literally seemed like, I don't even know, like 4 years to me. It's fucking horrible, man. And I just want to say that's how I got really good. Like, you always have to stay out of your head, right? Like, we're creating shit, right? So I always say, when you get out of bed in the mornings, like, get out of bed, stay out of your head. And I really use those I am affirmations and talk to myself really good nowadays, and it's a lot better. It's a lot better when you are away from those types of behaviors and people, and you get to really go deep inside of yourself, because it's not a normal relationship. It requires extensive healing, a great deal. Again, I'm at about 4.5 years now, and that's with like the family dynamic and narc relationships that I've been in. And again, it all comes back to childhood wounding, right? If we loved ourselves, we know that that's not right. That's not proper behavior. That's not something it's not acceptable to be treated like that. And it's not acceptable for us to let somebody demean us, devalue us like that. But we don't know because we have no self-esteem. We have abandoned wounds. We don't know proper love. There's so much healing that has to go into this to know what we deserve, right? And anyway, so back to that nightmare of a night. I was in there, and so 4 hours, and I just laid on the thing, and I was bawling, just bawling, which of course the narc loves that, right? Like he's probably just like like, you know, they love it. They love being in control, and they love devaluing you. And anytime that their mask is gonna come off, or you're gonna you know, do the right thing and call on them for the abuse, they'll just do it every fucking time, man, and you'll never get out of it. So I just want to let people know that you can get out of this, and you will. You have the strength within inside of you. And again, only thanks to my sobriety did I stick with this. So like, was I able to actually get out and free myself? So this is where I got strong in the head. So I didn't have like a cell phone. I didn't have anything with me, right? So there was no like none of those things you could do, like TikToking and getting that instant gratification, right? Like filling your head like we do on your phone quick and doing things. I had fucking nothing, no cell phone, no key, like no nothing, right? And somehow I got out of it, and I feel like that's the night I knew there was something like a higher power, something bigger than myself, and I just kind of just kept, you know, I was just bawled, and when there was another thing that happened. The cop came back again, and he read me my rights a second time, and I lost it again, like had a mental breakdown again, like wanting to kill myself in there. And this time it wasn't just assault. Now I was being charged assault with a weapon. The weapon was a fucking electric toothbrush. If you could just fathom that for a minute, wrap your head around that. It was a fucking electric toothbrush. And it wasn't a good feeling. It was horrible. But anyway, so again, just going back to how we speak about ourselves and how we can get through anything. This was proven to me within that 4-hour time span. I just kind of laid there, and when the guard came and said, "Hey, you can go now," I just instantly was so happy. I was like, oh my god, I can. Like, it's, you don't know till you've been in there, right? You don't know. 4 hours seems like 4 years, right? Like I really stuck with like not drinking again ever, or surrounding myself with somebody like that, because I would never ever want somebody to cause me that much pain and suffering again for something that they twisted around in their own fucking head, as they do. They're delusional. They can't love. They don't love themselves, and they fucking need us. They need us. They're basically energy vampires. They can't do any healing on their own. They act all big and tough and mean, and you know what? They're actually fucking not. So this is what I just wanted to come to now. They're actually like a 3-year-old trapped in a grown adult body, and this is the part that's very upsetting to me. Is I just want to throw this out there, like, to the people that are suffering from these kind of behaviors and these kind of people. They also have flying monkeys that do all the narc's dirty work, right? So I've had to set a lot of boundaries, and you know, really get to know myself and know the kind of people I want to be around. And the flying monkeys, I never understand this part. Like, does the narc so mean and tough, and it's like they target the one person. So me, for example, you're being targeted, lied upon, the smear campaign. Oh, and who cares what the fuck they're saying, because we know the truth. We know our character, and the truth will always come out, man. The truth will always speak for itself, man, especially when you get deep down and do your own deep healing. No one can twist your character around, or you know, they're just waiting. They're waiting for anything, right? And they can't let you go either. It's like they can't, and they'll have flying monkeys watch you, fucking do all this shit behind your back. And I've always wondered to this day, do the flying monkeys do what they do for the narcissist because they don't want to be targeted? Is it like, oh fuck, we don't want to be her, so we're gonna do this too? Or I've never really come to that conclusion. Or is it other people who just don't value themselves, and they'll just do dirty work for the narc, which eventually the mask's gonna rip apart, and who the fuck is the narc gonna throw under the bus? Well, the flying monkeys too, right? They'll eventually be gone too, right? They'll probably end up being targeted just as the narc abuse survivors. Anyway, so back to getting out of jail for 4 hours. I got out, and of course there was the restrictions, what you could do and what you couldn't do and whatnot. And I was just so happy to get out of there. And so I got out, and I was walking, and I looked down. It was a Saturday morning, about 10 in the morning, and I looked down, and I had my baggie, right? And I couldn't even believe this was happening at the time. But it's just here. I'm just here to tell people you can get through these things, right? We have it going on, man. And once we see these people for what they are, it's not, when you're on your healing journey, you just see. And you can't fucking unsee it, man. You can't. And no one can ever knock you down again, right? Because, again, you always know your truth, right? Let the smear campaign go on. Let people bully you. I have to ask, why are we putting these people on a fucking pedestal in the first place? Are we all really that low that we can't stick up for somebody? Or is, what I don't understand is we're helping basically the bully. So think back to, it could be any grade, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever age they're at in the adult body. But it's that bully on the fucking school ground, man, that literally bullied everyone. And I've never understood that, like, I just can't fathom that, like, in my own personal situation. Like, there's a couple like less than desirable narcissists that I was with, and people know what they've done to other females. It's, in my case, it's females, like what they've done to other females, and they still put these people on pedestals. And I've never understood that. It's like, shouldn't we be sticking up for the person that's getting abused? And person 1, person 2 has done this to other people before, but yet people are still putting these people on a pedestal. And I just can't wrap my head around that. Even now, especially being able to really talk about this and go deep inside of myself. It's something I just can't fucking understand, right? And I don't sit there and think too much about it, but I know it happens, and I know in my city where I live, like, these people are fucking horrible, man. They literally belong in a fucking padded cell, but they're out roaming and walking the street, and that's why I decided to be brave and talk about this. I kind of might just be rambling on here, and that's okay. I'm not even trying to say I'm a therapist or a doctor or what have you. But I do want to say, when you find the strength within you, it's not something like, again, I already said, it's not a normal relationship. It's something that takes a long fucking time to heal from, and like your friends, family, whoever you have, they're not gonna understand. They're gonna say things to you like, "Oh, are you not over that person yet? Why is it taking you so long?" And so on and so on. Well, they don't know. If you've never been in a relationship like this, you don't know. You don't know the pain and suffering. You don't know anything. You don't know that they don't know anything about it, because other people can't fucking fathom or wrap their heads around that somebody could actually do this. That somebody could actually do this to you. But yet, there's people that know they did this to you, and they still hang out with these people. That's what's troublesome to me. Again, I know I've said that a couple times, but it just really irks me. And anyway, back to getting out with the shoelaces. So here comes a kind of a cute little part of my story. Again, I always try to see the good with it's always the good with the bad, the light with the dark, etc., etc. on the spiritual journey. And something else I just read all about this was basically, I just want to tell you that our life was meant to be shared with anyone. It's meant to be lived. It's not meant to be with a narcissist. They don't deserve anything. They all they do is drain us. They drain us. They fucking rob us. they take your energy, your time, your fucking everything, man. And they don't care if you're just literally left there, like just left there with nothing. Again, like I said, they're hollow, they're shallow, they're just an empty vessel. And once you start healing, you respect yourself a lot, where you know that you're not to be treated like some fucking object, man, some puppet on a string, or some little pawn in their fucking game, in their fictitious world, where it's them, it's all them, eh? And anyway, back to the good part of the story here. So I was walking out, and I'm walking, and I got the bag, and I looked down. I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like, I was so anxiety ridden and filled, and so much fear, and I was like on the street, and I looked down, and I'm carrying my shoelaces, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, again, I'm like bawling. I'm like, I have no shoelace. I'm like, people are gonna know I just got out of here. I have no shoelaces. No shoelaces in my shoes. Unless you've gone through this kind of thing, you don't really know how this feels, and it's hard to really get across. But I'm assuming if you are with this type of person, you know the kind of shit that they put you through. So anyway, I had the shoelaces, and a homeless man, he pointed over to me, and he's like, hey, did you just get out of there? And I'm like, yeah. And like fear and anxiety, like the narc wants you, like, ha ha ha, like, as long as I didn't go, fuck, she could take all the rap for that. And I sat down with him, and he helped me, and I smoked back then. I was fiending for a cigarette so bad. I'm like, can I have a cigarette? He was the homeless guy. I'm getting out of jail. And he helped me. He said, you do one of your shoelaces and I'll do the other. Well, I couldn't. I was so busy chain smoking and just like couldn't even breathe. Well, I was smoking too, so I couldn't breathe, but it tasted so good at the time. And I chatted with him, and I told him my story, and I kept smoking, and he ended up doing my other shoelace for me. And he was a real cool guy, and that's where my real love for homeless people came. Again, we're all connected, man, and that guy was there for me. So just on a lighter side of life, that's where my kind of love for homeless people came in, and how we're all connected, right? So yeah, that was my kind of light story. Anyway, I walked along the downtown streets here, and no idea, like I probably had makeup everywhere, no mirrors or anything, right? I had to pee the whole time. I didn't pee in the cell. And I was walking and everyone's staring at me, and I had no idea what I looked like. Probably just mascara everywhere, just like trash, right? And I walked in. I was gonna pee my pants. I walked in a store, and the guy said no, like I couldn't use the bathroom. And I'm like, man, I just for that one moment, I knew what it was like to feel homeless. And at the time I couldn't see it that way, but now that I'm sober, I really reflect back, and I'm very grateful. I have an apartment and whatnot. It leads you to that. But so anyway, then I flagged down a cab, and again I had no money, no nothing, and I flagged down a cab, and I was like distraught, distraught. I was like, I don't even want to see this person again. Like what do I do, right? Like, just so low, and how they want you, man. Like, literally fucking dying on the ground, man. That's how they leave you, and that's how they want to see you forever. Just down, down. Nobody can be better than me. I'm the king of the castle. Like, it's really childish, actually. How their mentality is. But anyway, so I flagged the cab down, told them my story the whole way, and I told them my bank card was at home. And, even the cabbie was like, wow, you got to go in there right now? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be right back with the bank card. And this is just another part of how the narc really is, right? Like, nobody out in public sees them like this, right? Like, being with a narcissist, like a female or male, they're it doesn't matter what race you are or sex, they're all over. They're just these empty vessels everywhere, just siphoning your energy, right? And trying to knock you to the ground. They don't act like that out in the real world, eh? But when you're behind, when it's just you and them, it's a whole different shit show, man. And that's what happened to me that night in the domestic. And so anyway, I came up, and this is how they are. And I open coming in, I hear the door. I gotta go. Here, she's home. Here she comes. And then this is when you wish you had your fucking phone in your hand and you were videoing it. But again, coming in just to get my bank card to pay the cabbie, he says, "Oh baby, are you okay? How's your shins?" How's your fucking shins, man? And that's how they are. That's how they are, man. And anyway, so I had to deal with that for probably about 6 more months, man. Probably about six more months. I was in that energy. I was in that energy, and like still living with him, man. And it was hell. It literally was fucking hell. And I had a couple charges that I had to go fight now, eh? And these people will never fucking help you, man. They want to see you like that, right? And I'm sitting here like, I don't even know how I'm gonna afford my apartment, and I'm stuck, and I just want to let anyone know, anyone that's struggling with this, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you just got to find the strength inside. And you can't fucking sit there thinking that this person loves you. They fucking don't. And I hope I'm not triggering anyone, but if you're still in that sort of like, oh, I can fix him and I can change him, and I think he loves me. I think he loves you. He fucking doesn't, man. They can't love anyone. And the longer we sit there and keep trying to fucking say, like, get involved in this drama and the texting, and I'll tell you right now, like, before the discard, whether it's you or them, and if you're dealing with that right now, my heart is there with you, man. It's fucking right there with you, man. If you clue into them, man, they don't want you to fucking know, man. And once they know, it's fucking done. But you know what? You'll be the one saying, I can't fucking do this anymore. You can see, and you know, right? And I was just, sober, but, not very enlightened yet or anything. I was still in like a fog and in a daze, and it's very fucking traumatic, man. And if you're stuck at that point right now, I want you to know my heart is there with you. And I just want anyone to know, anyone who's dealing with this, that it really does get better. And that's why I thought I'd come out and just share this. I know it's kind of a ramble, and that's okay. I'm okay with that as long as you are. And the way I look at it is, you know, finally when we're not afraid anymore, we can really just start talking. And if I babble it out there, I fucking babble it out there, man. But I'm not afraid anymore. And fear is a fucking illusion. And I'm not gonna get into that too much right now, because a lot of people on their healing journey might not be at that part yet. But I just want everyone to know that I'm living proof that we can heal and we can turn our life around, and we can get past all of this abuse and this trauma. Again, it takes fucking time, man, and you have to heal, you have to introspect, and you have to fucking dig deep. You're facing challenges and tests, and you gotta process, man. You gotta process what went on, like after the narc fog. Process what went on in this relationship, man. The whole devaluing, like everything. Like one tip I'll suggest to you is don't ever tell a narc something that you hate about yourself, because they're basically just fishing, and that's gonna come back up. And in the next fight, they're gonna fucking just, it's like a 2-year-old or 3-year-old. All they do is make fun of people, man. They can't sit and reflect. They can't be by themselves. So you'll always notice, if you were to watch a movie or something with them, they're not really fucking here watching a movie with you. And from my like my time with them, they're on their phone, man, fucking getting a new supply, man. When they know that the discard is there, whether it's on your behalf or theirs, they're already getting their new supply lined up, man. And I want you to think about that for a second, man. Think about that. Think about the revolving loop of these people. Mostly, they'll go back to somebody from their past. Remember, that person they told you that was a psychopath was the worst person ever. That's who usually will go back to them, or they'll go back to. If that person didn't do enough healing, this is the part. You can do a bit of healing, and you can know about the one. You can know about the one fucking narc. But if you don't, like I just said, go in and heal and introspect and dive deep and figure out the traumatic areas of how this really affected you psychologically, emotionally, even abusively, depending on the circumstances with the narc that you had. There's different variations of them, man, but they'll just fucking fly off the handle at any rate, man. And they want you. They want you to they like it when you get heated up, and they like it. And I can tell you now, on this spiritual journey, like, once you heal a bit, you kind of get into yourself, and you can remain like very, very, very calm. You can stay in that presence, man, and you don't let these fuckers knock you down, man. you don't, man. You never will again. And that's what I want to see for everybody is I don't want to see anyone looping around, because I'll tell you fucking right now, what happened was, after that, I got rid of that one, right? I think stuck around for like 6 months or something, and pretending that he could remain sober. Well, he couldn't, right? He couldn't. So but it's a facade, right? Like, oh, I can do anything. Well, you couldn't, and you can't. Yeah, like it's just all lies. Everything's lies. It's a facade. They can't love. They don't have empathy. They don't know how to regulate themselves. And as much as you want to think you can fix this person, me being an empath, I thought I could fix everybody, man. And not that fix them and give them love so that they would heal. And you can't, man. It's a fucking lie. It's a shamble. It's a facade, and they're delusional, and it's all a double standard with them. They live a double standard lifestyle, and very, very fucking egotistical. But in the terms of all of that, deep down inside, they're just a little scared, empty vessel, man. They're like I said, whatever grade you want, grade 1 to grade 5, usually. You know, they're any of those ages, man. 3 to fucking 7 years old in a grown up body, man. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, man. So my advice and what I noticed, so I got sober. I got sober for a while, and it was during COVID, and I went on a dating site. I've fucking never been on a dating site in my life, but I went on, and what happened was, as I started healing more, like even just with like 6 months to a year of sobriety, I could see, right? Like, I knew the signs, like, right away in that love bombing stage. I knew, I was observant, and I'd healed enough to know, like, fuck no, I'm not kidding, I'm not going back here, man. Life's too short, and I can fucking see right through you. And it's a cool feeling once you get there. So, again, I don't tell anyone what to do, but, I gotta say that my sobriety gave me everything. It literally gave me everything. I gained clarity, and I proceeded to push forward and know my worth, and do a lot of introspection. And again, the healing's never done. There's never enough healing that you can do. But when we gain wisdom, we share that, because we value other people. Unlike the narcissist, they don't value anybody. They don't even value themselves. And I gotta let you know as well that in the stage of all of this healing, when it's finally at the end, you're sitting there and you're waiting for this big closure, this apology. You're never gonna fucking get it, man. And I gotta tell you, it's a big time waster. And I've been through it. I've been fucking through it. And again, my sobriety, with like not being an addict anymore, and getting off booze is the only thing that saved grace for me, or saved anything. And I can't stress that enough. With those added addictions and being in that narc fog, you're basically like, you're just not even here, man. And we're powerful divine beings. We were all born with spiritual gifts, and there's a lot of fucking limited beliefs put on us. And once you start, really trying to get out of this, I'd really urge you to try to do a little bit of healing before you get back into the next relationship, if you have suffered immensely like this. Because if you haven't healed properly, you will probably go through another loop with one of these energy vampire empty vessels coming for you to take you down. Yeah, so with that in mind, kind of a ramble there, but I did want to get this out, and I did want to say one other thing. When I was up on these charges, and just back to that for a bit, I was scared shitless, and they don't even fucking they don't come with you. They don't try to do anything for you, man. They fucking just don't care. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, man. It's fucking horrible to be around somebody like that. And I went down to the courthouse, and I was gonna have these fucking 2 charges on my record, man, for like 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years they were gonna be on my record. And I came home, and I was supposed to take that course, Changing Ways. And this is the last thing I'll say about this, because this is it's getting long here. But I came home, and I'm like I was still stuck with the narc, right? Like, still stuck, like fucking horrible. And I came home, and I'm like, I gotta take that. How did it go, honey? How did it go? And I'm like, I gotta fucking take Changing Ways, and I'm not very happy. This is gonna be on my record. And they look at you like with this blank stare, looking at you I don't understand. So what's the big deal? What's changing for you? Now, this is somebody, most of these people, in my personal experience, I can't speak for everybody else, and I don't speak for anyone else, but I will fucking speak for myself. And I have a voice now, and these people never wanted you to clue in. They never wanted you to use your voice, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna be helping. This is detrimental to people's health, man. I wanted to kill myself, so suicide, narc fog, depressed, anxiety, hating yourself, drunk, addict, like all these things are just all concocted with these people, and it's horrible. Again, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but in my cases with these people, one last thing is they wouldn't even take that course to go have visits with their daughter. So these are the kind of people you're dealing with. Well, I don't get it. What's changing for you? But they won't go take the course to fucking go spend time with their own kids. So that just shows you right there what kind of a person they are. And that's the way it is in my experience. Sorry, I did have one other thing on a piece of paper that came to my mind right now, but I've lost it. I've lost the plot here. Just kidding. I've actually gained back all of my life and my clarity, and anyone suffering out there, man, I gotta tell you, you gotta get away from them, man. They can't introspect. They basically know entering. They know entering that they're gonna take everything from you, and they hope you'll never find out, and they want you to be left pining for them, man. That's what it is, guys. They want you to be pining for them, and never pick yourself up. They want you never to see out of that narc fog. They want you never to see a light at the end of the tunnel, and once you get there, man, it's pretty cool. And like I said, we can tell these stories and share our stories, share our stories for other people. So one more thing on that note. So anyway, that all went fine, and I ended up getting a really cool lady, and she fought fucking hard for me, man, and she knew that it was my first thing I was ever charged for, and she said, nope, I'm gonna fight for you. And one day I got a call, and I still had to go in, and it was dismissed. It was thrown out. And I swear to God, this fucking lady was an angel, man. She was an angel. I was so scared. I was like, oh, I'm gonna settle and whatever it is, settle and take the fucking brunt end of the shitty fucking deal, the shit of the shit. And I got a call one day, and this is where my life started to turn around. I got a call, and I swear on my life, she was like an angel. I called her an angel that day, and I said, bless your heart to her, and I cried, and I might cry right now because you know, it really can be a good life, and we're not here to fucking be abused, man. We're fucking not. And if I can help one person, I'll fucking help them, man. I'll fucking help anyone, man. Because no one's meant to be living with them, man, and going through that abusive cycle, man. It's an abusive cycle, and again, it's a lot of work. No one gets it. If they've never seen these people act out like that, they never, your friends, nobody will know, man. Nobody will know what you've been through. So again, I would also suggest, if you do decide to talk with somebody about what you've been through, the horrible traumatic experiences, and devaluation, and abuse, emotional, psychological, physical, whatever you've been through, I would suggest that you try to go to somebody who's actually been through the same abuse that you've been through with the narcissist. Again, it's always just generally better to go to somebody who actually caters to that field that you're trying to heal. I'd advise that. And in the meantime, there's a lot of good narc coaches out there, and I watch YouTube. And this is another thing the narcissist never wanted you to learn. They never wanted you to learn about narcissism and come out come out and be that bright light that you're always intended to be. The big beautiful bright light. Everyone's seen that. Everyone that's devaluing you, we're all divine beings, and if you're an empath, you really get where I'm coming from, man. And I hope you know that they see your light, and they never wanted you to heal, man, and that's your power, man. It's your fucking superpower. There's a couple coaches that I watch and I listen to on YouTube, and I'll drop them in the description box, and they're fucking great. And I'd suggest that you start educating yourself and on narcissism. It's everywhere now. And again, if you're not too sure and you're still in that narc fog, you might have even Googled something. You might have just Googled something randomly, like, why is he flying off the handle at me? What does it mean when somebody's throwing a cup at you? Like, I've had fucking food thrown at me and shit too, man. Like I'm a piece of shit. Like, fucking throwing food at me because their daughter didn't want to fucking see them and shit like that, man. And I tried running away, and this was a separate case with somebody, but I'll come on and talk about that another time. But with the end of this one, the ending point here, I just want to say is there is fucking light at the end of the tunnel. There's a big bright light, and it's you. It's you. You do the healing, and you can share some love with other people that are going through this. And again, once we gain wisdom, we share it. We share clarity, and we share our wisdom. I think because we weren't taught about narcissist abuse in school, that once we figure it out, we can share that. It's like share the wealth, share that on with people, and we're one big school here, man. So we're one big school here. So if we come through anything like we do recover with addictions and whatnot, we can suggest that and help other people out with that. And I think because we're all connected. And we're all one big collective consciousness. So it's happy healing to everybody, man. And one last point here. It's very, very important that once you discard them and you get rid of them, please block them all, man. Have a fucking block party, man. Fucking crank some music, and by a block party, I mean really go through your list of contacts. So it's basically anyone that they knew, that you knew, and whatever. You gotta block everybody, man. Have a fucking block party, crank your music, and really introspect. Does that person bring value to my life? Does this person bring value to my life? That person's friends with him. That person knew what was going on and still talks to that person. No. Bye. And fucking bye to them all, man. Well, we're not here to be people pleasing. Once you get over people pleasing and caring what people think of you as well, you really get into your true self and your true nature and what we're really fucking here to do, man. And we're not here to be anyone's fucking butler or fucking little peon, man, that they can treat like a piece of shit, man, because they're never gonna heal, man. And I have respect for people that because a lot of us have all been through the ringer and as kids and people's parents and whatnot. But when people are still in their any age, man, but it's worse when they're aging. The aging narcissist is fucking worse, man, and it gets worse and worse. And I just hope you can really set yourself free and start educating yourself. Because they never thought you were gonna get out of it, man. They never thought you were gonna get out of it, man. And once you fucking do, you can go back to being your big bright shining light. And we can all heal the world together, man. It's a beautiful thing. It can be a beautiful life. I hope my story. One more quick thing again. I hope my story, just being vulnerable and trying to be brave and courageous and share some light here with the world. I really hope that it can really help somebody, man, and that's all I'm here to do. One more quick thing. We're all energy, so like energy attracts like energy. Always think of that as well. Don't sit there wasting time. Why did he do this to me? Why? But I love him. Like, don't waste your time, man. It's like they're all run on a program, man. It's the same fucking program. No empathy, no love. They don't even love themselves, and you got to move on, man. And once you get that confidence in yourself and start loving yourself back up, you'll start to know, man. And like I said, when I was on the dating site, fucking nope, and they hate it. As soon as I saw a red flag, when I was drunk and when I was drunk and in my addictions and in the narc fog, I ignored all my red flags, man. Well, when you get sober and get clean and get away from that type of energy, you really do have a clear view of red flags, and you gain clarity and understanding and wisdom, as I've mentioned, which can be passed on. One more thing as well. When you are stuck with the narc and you're in that fucking energy, like I said, it is a leading cause of illness and disease, and I lived through that, man. And you gain all your energy back, and I also want to let people know that I was ready to be fucking homeless, and I had to get rid of. I still got rid of him. I couldn't do it. I was sober. I was sticking with it, and I was doing it right, going to meetings and carrying on with my life, and you gotta let people go, man. You gotta let people go, and you gotta do it for yourself, man. You really gotta do it for yourself. We're not here to live somebody else's life, and we're not here to be somebody's little fucking puppet or object or pawn, man. We're real awesome fucking people, man, and we're not deserved to be treated like shit, man. Once you see that about yourself, you'll take your life back, and I really hope you do. And I hope you know one more thing. When you do keep going on your healing journey, all your energy will come back to you, and it's a fucking beautiful thing, man. All your energy will start coming back to you. You'll get your light, you'll get your eyes back lit up, and you'll look back and you'll look back and think, holy fuck, man, I've really been fucking through it, man. I've fucking been through it, man, and I fucking came out on the other fucking side, man. And that's fucking beautiful. It's a fucking beautiful thing, man. And I want to let you know, when you get rid of the narc as well, because you don't need them, man. You don't even fucking want them, man. Trust me. When you start loving up on yourself, man, I'm fucking ready for love now, man. And it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Like energy attracts like energy, man. And I know there's somebody great out there for me, man. Don't give up and don't say things like all men are shitty or all women are shitty, because it's not. It's just the narcissists, or a lot of assholes out there that you just got to be careful of. But don't give up on love, man. Love is the highest frequency, and so is peace. Actually, peace is one of the highest frequencies as well. And once you gain your peace, man, you realize you don't fucking need anyone, man. You can keep all that great energy that was supposed to be yours in the first place for yourself. And when we set boundaries like a motherfucker, and we block the narc and all the flying monkeys, we get to keep that energy for ourselves, and we get to be creative. We get to do whatever the fuck we want. And that's another thing. The narc didn't want you doing anything. Think back to the relationship, man. They cut you off of family, friends. They devalue you, degrade you, fucking humiliate you, fucking literally disgusting, man. Like, I'll get into this more another time, but my last point is my last point is just fucking get away from them fast, man. And I wanted to say life can be beautiful. Again, once you do get rid of them, you've been through the fucking hell, man. You're the phoenix rising from the fucking ashes, man. And you're not gonna let anyone get in your way this time, man. You're not gonna let anyone get in your way this time. They took away enough of your life, and it's time for you to get into yourself again. And they took away you probably even if you had hobbies dating them, like say you fucking went, jambe drumming, whatever, ice skating, whatever you did, you probably stopped once you got with the narc, man. They didn't want you. They want you trapped in their little bubble and shit, man. And you know what? It's a beautiful thing to be free. And I can say I'm completely free. I have all my energy for me, and I'm getting back to that. I'm getting back to that true being that I was intended to be. And I'm here for a purpose, man. And so are you. You're here on purpose too. you, and I wish you the best healing, and I hope that this did shed some light on a really tough situation that's going around out there. I want to let you know again that things do get better, and I know you can't see that right now, and I didn't think I was ever gonna see anything good after that, man. I fucking wanted to die, man. I wanted to die so many fucking times that I'm very grateful to say that I am a fucking narc survivor, man, because I wake up every day and I'm happy, man, and I'm grateful to be here, man, and I'm so glad I didn't jump off the balcony that night, and I'm so glad that I had an angel in the court systems, man, that she could see when people can see your truth and they genuinely know you. They can't devalue you anymore, and if they do, I don't think they're a very good friend, because good friends would actually be happy to see you healing, eh? That's the problem with this world. A lot of people just like to see you down like that, eh? It's a lot of competitive. It's a competitive world, eh? And that's how the narc lives, eh? It's a competition, and I don't rule that. I don't work that way, man. The only fucking person I'm in a competition with is myself, and I'm grateful to be here and grateful to be alive. And again, thank you so kindly for if you've got this far, and I wish you many blessings on your healing journey, and thank you so much for listening. And if you are in a tough spot, just please educate yourself. It's something they never thought you would do. Block, block, block. Please, when you block, don't look back. Keep going. Stay in the present moment, eh? Past doesn't live here anymore, man. It's all the power of now. Everything is now, and everything is now, and that's it. Just stay in the now. Block, 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 block. Hold your head up high. Don't look back, and just keep healing and educate yourself. And you're going to come through on the fucking other side, man. I know it. I know it. I believe in you as well. So thank you very kindly. That's my story. And there's light at the end of the fucking, you got to go through the dark, and then you fucking get out on the lighter end of things. And you'll notice your life will turn around, man. A lot of good things will start happening to you, man. And it's basically a miracle, man. You're living a miracle, man. You're living a miracle. It's just a natural correction in your course. That's all a miracle is, man. It's just a natural fucking change of course in your path. And all the healing journey, it's basically a pathless path of just coming into yourself where you are at right now. You just start now. Any positive change, and the path is not linear, and but it's fucking worth it, man, and so are you. So I believe in you. Thank you for listening. Happy healing, and please take care of yourself. You're important. You're here on purpose, and you're a beautiful divine being. Namaste.